We start with developing news out of southeast Albuquerque. One man is dead this morning, shot and killed by Albuquerque police. They tell us it started with a fight near University and Central. Our Samantha McDonald was out there for a few hours this morning gathering the facts for you. She's now back in the studio. Sam, what did you learn?
Well, Matt, I saw officers still out there this morning. They tell me they received a 911 call from a 7-Eleven on University and Central just after 9:30 p.m. The caller says he was assaulted by another man. But when police got there, they say the suspect was no longer there. They did find him, though, a short distance away. They say while the officers were talking to the suspect, he tried to take off, and the officers gave chase.
Subject at the time escalated his force, started to charge the officers. He was beanbagged. This did not stop him. He continued to charge the officers with the weapon, and at this time, one officer did discharge his weapon.
The suspect was wounded and taken to the hospital where he died. His name and the name of the officers have not yet been released. Matt, back to you.
All right, thank you for the updates this morning, Samantha. Police are not saying what kind of weapon that man may have had. I'll have updates for you later today here on News 13. You can get them anytime at our website, KRQE.com. Also overnight this morning, firefighters from all around Roswell rushed out to a fire there. It's on Riverview Circle. According to the Plains Valley Online News, that fire started in the chimney. Everyone inside the home, thank goodness, was able to get out safely. That fire did quite a bit of damage. We're told the folks there are insured and they are staying with family right now. Well, a woman and her family left in the cold. Now her problems are piling up, and she says her landlord is not doing enough to help fix them. Tina Romero says her apartment in South Valley in Albuquerque has been cited by the county for several violations. She says she and her daughters went to the doctor with symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning, and the gas company red tagged their heater, saying that's where it could be coming from. Ms. Romero says the county inspected the place last week and gave her landlord until January 4th to fix the problems, but so far nothing has happened.
It's really cold out here, and you know, we don't have money to be dishing out to go to other places all the time.
So for now, Tina Romero says she's looking for legal help, and she is staying with family, I believe, her mother. We're still waiting to find out who was killed when a small plane crashed outside of Los Alamos this weekend. County leaders there said the plane went down yesterday morning just south of Los Alamos Airport. Take a look at these pictures the Los Alamos Monitor gave us showing the area that emergency crews had to hike to. They had to get out a fire that was related to the crash. The National Transportation Safety Board is now investigating. Well, the Sandoval County Sheriff's Sergeant hit by a car during Thursday's snowstorm has died. Sergeant Robert Barron here was investigating a rollover crash on I-25 near the San Felipe Pueblo Thursday morning. We're told a car driving by skidded out of control on the icy road and hit him. Barron badly hurt his head. He died at UNMH. Prosecutors will now decide if charges will be filed against the driver who hit him. Sergeant Barron had been with the Sandoval County Sheriff's Office for 8 years. Our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. Right in Albuquerque and all around the world last night, people gathered for a candlelight vigil to remember the loss of their children. More than 300 people went out to the candlelight vigil to remember those who have suffered the loss of a child. Compassionate Friends is the group that's in charge of the event, and it does this around the holidays every year because for folks who have lost someone, particularly a child, the holidays can be a very tough time.
The family dynamic changes after a child dies, and so trying to come up with new holiday traditions is very difficult. So we do this at this time of year so that they have something that they can do to memorialize their children and make it a part of the holiday season.
Very nice and comforting gesture here. Compassionate Friends has been around since 1977. It's been in Albuquerque for about 10 to 15 years. All right, happening this morning now at 6:36, the Marines need your help in making Christmas special for thousands of kids in Albuquerque this year. They're out right now, braving the very cold temperatures at American Home at Carlisle and Manal, hoping you'll donate toys and money. And a last big push for Toys for Tots. David Romero is out there with them. David, you look pretty cold. Are people dropping stuff by yet?
You know what, Matt? We have yet to see a couple of any cars drive by, but that's a good way to encourage everybody to come out here and take advantage of everything. And of course, we are braving those cold temperatures. And of course, you know, the Marines, they brave a lot, including these cold temperatures. And they do a lot by putting on the Toys for Tots campaign. This morning, we are joined by First Sergeant Jeremy Slaughter. let's talk a little bit about what is this final push going to be all about?
Well, this final push is our last-ditch efforts to collect any money donations, any toy donations, to gather up for the between 6,000 and 7,000 kids that we're going to have for registration this upcoming weekend. Right now, we're a little bit short, and we're trying to make the best out of this last push.
How has the campaign been so far?
The campaign's been great. All of our events have turned out very well, and I couldn't ask for anything better from the community. You know, just one more day, one more dollar always does helps one more kid out.
And one more thing we want to get to is that you guys have added one more extra registration day, correct?
Yes, sir. The registration date is going today from 9 to 1 o'clock this afternoon at the Cesar Chavez Community Center, and that will be the last registration date.
And a good excuse for everybody to come out and take advantage of this. And again, he said every little bit helps. The smallest donations to the greatest donations. Anything is going to make some child's Christmas a whole lot brighter. You can come out here until about 7 o'clock tonight. That's when all these fine women and gentlemen will be out here, and of course you can get a chance to meet them and make a difference in somebody's Christmas holiday this season. Back to you, Matt.
All right, thank you for the update, David. Thank you to Sergeant Slaughter and all the Marines out there. By the way, if you cannot get out there to Carlisle and Minot today, don't worry. Join us tomorrow night right here on KRQE for a Toys for Tots phone bank. You can donate toys and money, and a Bernalillo County Sheriff's Deputy will go to your door and pick it up. You don't even have to get out into the cold.